This is a walk-around video for my BMW R80 GS that will be for sale on bringatrailer.com in late May of 2020. This is a 1981 first-year model. It's early production and was the 131st BMW R80 GS built for the US market. In this video, I'll try to detail some of the upgrades and changes to the bike. You'll note that it's wearing KTM 640 Adventure front suspension. This is from a year 2000 model 640 Adventure. The triple clamps are custom clamps made by Henderson Precision Machine of California, who made 2 small or 3 small runs of these triple clamps for the Adventure Rider Forum groups. The suspension has been completely rebuilt by Conflict Motorsports that does suspension for both Dakar racers and Baja 1000 racers. The forks have been fully stripped, all wear components replaced. It has custom valves and custom springs. The front wheel is KTM front wheel. Wheel bearings were replaced in the last 1,000 miles. The front rotor is a Braking brand, new old stock rotor that I installed within the last 1,000 miles. And the brake pads are Galfer greens with a custom Galfer stainless braided brake line. When I installed these triple clamps, I did use brand new BMW OEM steering head bearings. You'll also note that the motorcycle has a HPN or TourTech or a Service 41-liter rally tank on it. My understanding is that HPN no longer imports these. TourTech stopped several years ago, and a Service may not make them anymore. Other notable features on this bike is that it currently has 25,000 and some miles. The speedometer was rebuilt by Terry Verla in the Portland, Oregon area, who is a specialist for instrument rebuilds for BMWs. The odometer button is also from Henderson Precision Machine, and when Terry rebuilt this, he also replaced the threaded plastic speedometer cable attachment point on the back with a hand-fabricated brass one. The tachometer at the same time, which is also a very desirable and rare option, was opened by Terry and serviced. And the headlight unit also runs an Eastern Beaver headlight relay replacement that brings more power to the battery, from the battery directly to the headlights. As I noted, I've owned this bike for 12 years and roughly 6,000 miles. In that time, other parts I've addressed on it is out of boredom in the winter, I did do a new timing chain and guides. In another winter, fit of boredom, I pulled the heads and I had them completely rebuilt. Well, I should say not completely rebuilt because the seats were fine. I used Swiss intervalve components from Motobins, and the shop used was Hill Head and Machine in Seattle, Washington, who's been the go-to airhead machine shop for about 30 years now, or maybe a little more. And they were the shop that we sent all our work to when I was the parts guy at my local BMW motorcycle dealership. Prior to having the heads done, the compression was a little over 150 pounds on both sides. Carbs were fully rebuilt. The transmission went to Ted Porter, Beamer House in California, and had an $1,100 full transmission rebuild. Rear shock is an Owens. That shock also went to Conflict Motorsports and had a full rebuild and has perhaps less than 1,000 miles on it. The drive shaft went to Henderson Precision Machine and has had the U-joint replaced with a circlipped serviceable unit. Final drive went to Monte Cristo BMW north of New York and was fully rebuilt. It currently has Happy Trails pannier racks on it that you can see. The bags are over here. I'll deal with those in a minute. When I bought those, I called the Happy Trails owners, and they said they only had 2 sets of the bag racks left, and they would not make any more because they found that BMW GSs had great variance, and so fit was a challenge on these. I asked him to give me a discount because he wasn't making them. He said they were collectible, and he would charge me more. We landed in the middle. You'll note the bike is also currently wearing the solo seat and rack. These are the NLA BMW thumb securing points as well. I got those from Greg, who's the GS specialist in California. Also have a black dual seat and a orange dual seat. The exhaust system is all stainless. The muffler is R100 GS. The center collector and headers are Cahin stainless. Foot pegs are Fastways. The carbs have been rebuilt twice in my ownership with needles and seats. I think recently floats, recently being in the last 5 years or so. And pretty much every system on this bike has been touched. I guess I'd also add that the last winter I replaced the working voltage regulator with an RE57 unit from Bosch that's only available in Australia and is higher output and much more suited to charge batteries like the PC680 Odyssey that's in the bike today. Here's some of the accessories that go with it. Slipstream deflector, both seats, the panniers, which are full of parts, barrels, pistons, NOS wiring harness, etc. Stock handlebars, what's on the bike today, are heated grip handlebars with heated grips, a new OEM BMW switch, and a new wiring harness, which are installed. I have not tested those heated grips because I haven't ridden this in the winter ever, and only in the rain once or twice. There's the desirable ST or GSPD muffler guard. Here's a bin of other assorted parts and pieces. Tank bag, front wheel, both fenders, and the factory front end is over here. If you have any other questions or need any other pictures, please reach out through the auction site and let me know. Thank you for your consideration, and my hope is that I pass this on to the next person who can respect the bike and enjoy it. And if you're wondering why I'm selling, I actually found a bucket list BMW and I got a great deal offer on it, and so several bikes have to go. Thanks.